Hello, Captains, and welcome back to more Star Trek Online. I am your host, Brent Justice. Welcome to my gaming channel, Justice Gaming, and I am here in Star Trek Online to finish, finish the Klingon Civil War storyline. These are the new missions that were updated in the recruitment event and the anniversary for this year, 2021. The missions that I had not played yet. In the last video, I did Knowledge is Power, and today I'm going to do Leap of Faith. So if you didn't watch my Knowledge is Power video, go check that one out first. This one obviously continues from Knowledge is Power. A lot happened in Knowledge is Power. We need to find L'Rell's soul and eventually face off with Jempok. So there's a lot of things to happen here. I don't know if we're going to actually face off with Jempok in this mission or if it's just going to be about finding L'Rell's soul. Not really sure where they're headed with this mission. But before I dive into it, just want to let you know I did fix my hotbar buttons in space. So now I know where my powers are. That will help when I'm in space battle, space combat. However, my powers are messed up there. I've got double of some powers, and I remember why now. I switched over to a new starship on this character, and I don't think that I ever went through all my starship powers that she was using, and I didn't equip the buttons correctly. I didn't equip my powers. So I'm just going to go with what I've got set right now, but eventually I do need to look at all the powers I'm using. They do work, at least. It'll provide me a good gameplay experience. I'm not worried about it. It's just something that I've got to fix on my off time when I can. As for my ground powers, again, I have not made any major changes there. If we have a lot of ground battle, I think I'm well prepared, so we'll find out. All right, so let's get to this mission. Oh, by the way, I am working on the volume levels of things in the game. I noticed in the last video the audio of the game itself was pretty low, and I'm going to turn down the music one more. The overall game volume was low. While you could hear my voice well, the game volume was kind of low, and especially the dialogue of the game. I wanted to kind of boost that up, so I raised the game levels a little bit. Let's see if that makes a difference in this video compared to my voice volume. Let me know how it sounds to you down below in the comments, but I will be working on it as I continue videos. My volumes got all messed up since I was haven't been recording things in a while. My microphone volume, my game volume, all of that is all out of whack. So I'm trying to get it all back into shape, but hopefully it will work itself out. All right, let's get to this next mission here. And it is called Leap of Faith. Ja'ula and her allies must undertake a strange journey to the darkest place a Klingon can go. Can they succeed where others have failed?
The time has come at last. With the aid of Tenavik and the monks of Boreth, we are ready to take the next step on this strange journey. We are ready to restore the soul of L'Rell. Come to the monastery on Boreth as soon as you can. Lady Ja'ula, General Martok, and I will be waiting for you there.
So did we just skip over the whole point where we have to find her soul? They just did that off screen. What? That's kind of disappointing. I'm not sure. Okay, I need to go to back to the monastery on Boreth and meet with my allies.
Something you need?
Which I will just transwarp straight there. Let's do that. Leap of Faith, go. If we skipped over the whole having to find her soul part, that is a little disappointing. I thought they'd make a whole mission out of that. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. Let's see what happens. We are definitely going down to the ground because I get my whole away team. Remember, last time we were Ja'ula, so now I'm going down as my own character, finally.
What I am about to tell you is unusual. Some of it, however, will be familiar to you.
Is that so? You have my attention.
Tenavik believes that the soul of L'Rell was not restored to her clone because it is trapped within the depths of Grethor.
So it's still trapped.
Based on my own research, I am inclined to agree.
Well, why would her soul be in Grethor rather than Stovacor?
We aren't sure. What I do know is Lady Ja'ula wants to take a spiritual journey to Grethor to liberate the soul of L'Rell.
Okay, so Klingon mythos, Grethor is like their hell. Stovacor is like the place for the honored. So you want to go to Stovacor, not Grethor. If she's in Grethor, that's weird. Okay, well, this is the familiar part you spoke of. I have been to Grethor myself.
So I have heard. Tenavik informed me of this prior to
Right,
your
it's a
arrival.
previous Klingon
He
story
didn't go
mission
into great detail,
where you go to
but I can
Grethor.
imagine a journey to Grethor with Kalis himself must have been quite glorious.
It was indeed.
Because of your success, Lady Jeula requests that you join her on her own upcoming journey.
Okay,
You
and General
and
Martok.
General Martok.
I see. Martok, have you agreed to this?
I have. And when I learned that you and Kalis had stormed the gates of Grethor and lived, honor compelled me to do the same. Besides, Jeula will need all the help she can get in a place filled with the worst pieces of Bachtag ever to call themselves Klingons. Speaking of Jeula, she wanted a word with you once you arrived.
Okay, let's speak to Jeula. Again, dialogue-y at the start here. A lot of dialogue.
It is good that you are here. Your experience in Grethor will be a great advantage in the journey to come. I believe Tenavik wishes to speak with you before we begin.
Now, Tenavik wants to talk to me.
As you know, the passage of time and its perception are different for me. Still, it is good that you have returned to aid Lady Jeula in her hour of need.
Remember when we were enemies, Jeula? Well, I stand ready. Are you prepared to do this, Lady
The
Jeula?
future of the Empire is at stake. Lorel can guide us to victory over Jempak. For that, I will do what must be done, even if I have to destroy Fekla himself.
Well, that may just happen, I guess. Well, very well. Let's begin this fateful journey.
As before, to enter Grethor, you will need to be on the precipice of death. Cast this incense into the brazier and breathe deeply of its fumes. Only then can your journey begin. Aritpa and I shall watch over you from this side.
Always on the brink of death we have to be, these Klingons and us. Here we go. Yep. It gave us all COVID. Congratulations. Okay, so we're entering Grethor, perhaps, maybe? Oh, nope, we're on the moon instead. Get your bearings, explore the area. Well, there's nothing here. Always go in a straight line.
This does not seem like Grethor.
Because
This is not Grethor.
then you can find the
This
edge.
is Kuth.
Kuth, huh?
The Void. Why are we here?
Perhaps we are here because our fates are not yet decided.
But the ritual... Wait. Something approaches from the mists.
Where? What? I don't even know where I'm at. I'm in a big, empty,
What brings
misty
you
room.
to a place where neither honor nor dishonor reigns.
Ah.
I do not know you.
Yeah, well.
I know from tales of the past. Jeula, sister of Tukuvma, the matriarch of House Mokai. But you, General Martok,
His eyes went wide.
I will never forget you. Why are you here?
His eyes are literally popping out of his head. Okay, speak with Gowron.
I must admit, I am surprised to see you here, Martok. Did your friends in the Federation finally convince you to do something less than honorable before you died? Was it Cisco? Or was it your good friend Worf, the treacherous son of Moog.
Who are you, Patak? And why are you... Wait. Those eyes. I have seen such eyes before.
Yes, you have. For this is Gowron, son of Morel, son of Akar. And to answer your question, I am not dead yet, Gowron. My allies and I are merely passing through.
Passing through, are you? There are but 2 destinations you can reach from Koth, and I'll wager you're not traveling to Stovokor. You mentioned my ancestor, Akar. He served House Mokai during the war with the Federation. Does your little journey have something to do with him?
It does not. Though I suspect his treachery is the reason you are here now, Gowron. After all, the dishonor of the father also dishonors his sons, and their sons, for 3 generations.
You are many things, Martok, but a liar is not one of them. If I had any doubt of that, I would kill you where you stand for insulting the honor of my grandfather. So, Akar's dishonor has kept me trapped in this wretched place. Not the fate I had expected.
There were worse fates, such as eternity in Grethor.
Indeed. Grethor, our destination. You said it could be reached from here. Do you know the way?
I do. I can guide you there if you wish it.
Wait. The Gowron I knew would not aid anyone if it did not benefit him in some way. What scheme are you hiding behind this sudden act of benevolence?
Look around you, Martok. There is little to do in this place but brood and despair. I'm taking you there for my amusement. And perhaps there may be a way out of this place. If there is, I would find it. Even if I have to march at your side to do so. Does that satisfy you? Or shall we stand here for eternity and ponder my motivations?
So Gowron's stuck here in this place. We don't have much of a choice. Lead on. Journey to the Barge of the Dead, apparently. The Barge of the Dead I'm familiar with. I remember playing that mission.
This is the Barge of the Dead, laden with souls bound for Grethor. You'll want to announce yourself to Kotar. It is unwise to vex the ferryman.
Okay, let's go speak to him. Wonder what we're gonna have to do to make passage to Grethor.
The legends of the ferryman are true. You are Kotar, the first Klingon, slayer of gods.
I am, and you are Ja'ula, kinswoman of Tekuvma, matriarch of your house. It is not your time. You should not be here. Explain yourself.
My allies and I seek the soul of another. One who should be in Stovokor, but now dwells in Grethor.
It is not your time.
Huh, it's not our time. Maybe someone else on board has seen Laurel. It's just perplexing to me as he says he's like the first Klingon. He fought gods, the Feklari, I'm guessing, and all that. And look at him. He looks like a traditional Klingon, doesn't he? Yet, Ja'ula and the Discovery Klingons, they do not. Why? Why indeed? I'm never going to get over that, folks. Sorry. The Discovery Klingons, there's no reason for them to look the way they do. It's just an abomination.
Laurel. I know no Laurel.
An abomination to Star
But
Trek.
I know you, Ja'ula. You left me to die in a Starfleet prison. Oh, you rescued your pet, Akar, but not a lowly Beck trapped in his cell. And during your raid, an explosion exposed my cell to the cold void of space. And so I died, dishonored. Begone! I have nothing more to say to you.
That was no way for a warrior to die. It is a fate I narrowly avoided several times myself. Come, let us see what the others know.
So is this where Ja'ula comes in contact with past Klingons she has killed or had killed and is going to feel sorry now for what she did? This is her redeeming herself?
Laurel, here? Kiyah! I may be a coward, but you are an idiot. Everyone knows that Laurel is in Stovallkor. As for you, you will have an eternity in Grethor to find wisdom, fool. But the lessons that await you will not be pleasant.
Mind your tongue, or I will throw you overboard and feed you to the Koskari. Lady Ja'ula, this is getting us nowhere. Perhaps a more direct approach is in order.
Out of respect for the ferryman, I will refrain from such measures until they are necessary. Come, let us see if one of the others has something besides rage or the bluster of a coward to offer us.
Okay, trying to do this the diplomatic way, huh?
Lady Ja'ula and General Martok, the architects of my downfall. My house swore allegiance to you, but I saw your crusade against Jempok, but the folly it was. I refused your call to arms at Gorath, and for that, my first officer killed me and took my place as captain.
She's
I shall enjoy watching the two of you suffer for the rest of time.
she's experienced people that has been harmed because of her.
You dishonored your house and your crew. You forgot what it meant to be Klingon, Captain. And now, you go to pay the price for that. Step away from me now, or your suffering will begin before you walk through the gates of Grethor.
Here we go.
Wait your turn. I shall have my vengeance before all others.
Ah, this is that dude. Batleth Poklod.
I do not know who sent you here, Julia, and I do not care. My wish for vengeance has been granted, and I will stain the deck of this barge with your blood.
Okay, we have to fight.
Enemy targets on sensor.
It's not too difficult to take out, honestly.
Enough! You shall earn no salvation through combat here. Bah! The ferryman has spared you. For now. Do not think you will rest easy once we reach Grethor. I will find you, and I will have my revenge. This I swear.
I feel like we're going to have a final fight with him.
Bold words, but I think you'll find that Feklar has plans for you, as he does for all traitors.
Wonder if we're going to have to fight
We're
Feklar.
done here. Leave this wretch to his fate.
The glory of combat, brief as it was. It felt good to engage in battle once more. To be Klingon.
So, there is still something within you that knows what it means to be a warrior. You were the Gowron of old, before the Chancellorship changed you, as it did me, as it did Jempok. And perhaps Laurel.
Interesting. You became Chancellor after I fell in battle? Tell me you killed Worf to do so. Oh, that would have been glorious!
No.
I did not. Worf still lives, and serves the Empire to this day. I hope you can handle such a disappointment, Galron.
Let us ask the ferryman how much longer it will be until we get to Grethor.
Maybe the Klingon Empire needs a whole new government.
You fight with purpose, Ja'ula.
Form of government.
Honor to you and your house. I think we shall not meet again, and that gladdens my heart. It will be some time before we arrive at Grethor. Tell me of the soul you seek. I would know your story, so I can sing it to the dishonored, to remind them of who they were, of who they could still become.
I seek Laurel, She was once called Mother, a great warrior and leader of the Empire. I would liberate her soul. I strive to remove a tyrant from the Emperor's throne, and her council will help me to do so. This is why I journey to the halls of Grethor, Ferryman. For the Empire, no risk is too great.
I have seen her. Once, she stood not far from where you stand now. She did not speak. She did not have to. But I saw in her the same pain that I carry in my heart. You can find her in Grethor, if the denizens do not end you first. But finding her and liberating her from that wretched place are two different battles. May you find success in both.
So she did come to Grethor, but why?
That is not my tale to tell. Find Laurel, make her story and yours as one, and fight with all your conviction. Then, and only then, may you find a way out of Grethor, for yourself and for Laurel.
Okay, we knew we had a fight ahead of us. This changes
So
nothing.
there is a way out of Grethor. Tell me, ferryman, how can I find my way in? The gates are locked to me. My path out of Koth has been blocked by the dishonor of my ancestor. But if I can enter Grethor, I can find the liberation that Jaula and her allies seek for Laurel. Speak! Tell me what I wish to know!
I will tell you only this. Your story has not ended, Gowron, son of Marell. The scales can be shifted yet, for good or for ill. Now, leave me to my duty. I will call upon you when we draw near to Grethor. Until then, know your place. Do not forget that I am master of this vessel. It is unwise to test my authority here.
So Gowron's story is not over. All right, let's sail to Grethor. So maybe this whole mission is about finding Laurel's soul. So I don't think we'll end up having to face off with Jimpuck. Maybe that'll be a final episode or mission they haven't released yet. I'm not quite sure.
We have arrived.
We'll see.
I will wait for you and your allies here, Jaula. Should you succeed, return to me here, and I will ensure your song does not end in Grethor.
Well, he's going to take me back.
Argus Korta,
That's great.
First of the Klingons. We will not keep you waiting long. So it does. Prepare for battle. Our greatest challenge awaits.
You will find no one to block your entrance at the gates of Grethor, warriors. Getting out, that will be the challenge.
Gowron, a pity you cannot join us. I suspect you would find more entertainment past those gates, in the depths of Grethor itself.
I do not doubt that.
See, lots of
Soon
dialogue. I
Fekla
just kind of want
will
to
know
get
the
to
frustration of
Grethor
dealing
and get
with
through
a
this.
Klingon too stubborn to die. Glory to you and your house. Fight with honor, and if necessary, die well. Kapla!
It's a lot of dialogue.
Time has
Well,
come.
more dialogue.
Go now, warriors. Your destiny lies beyond those gates.
It's like, okay, I
We
need
shall see.
more dialogue.
The halls of Grethor have crushed many a soul. I hope yours do not join their
We don't
ranks.
need all this,
As for you, Gowron,
well,
I
you
will
know,
have words with you
preparation.
before we depart.
We definitely did not need all of that to get to the point here. Enter Grethor. I would like to. Where do I enter it? What's going on here? That's an interesting pose. Okie dokie.
Look at these pathetic wretches, reporting for damnation like it were duty.
There's a Fekleri.
There are the gates. Let us see if entering Grethor is as easy as Korta said.
Okay.
This is going to be like searching for a cloaked ship in the briar patch.
We do not seek a mundane soul, General. Few Klingons do not know of L'Rell. I do not think a warrior of her caliber would go unnoticed, especially in a place like this. Come, let us speak to others here. It should not take long to find L'Rell.
All right, question souls about L'Rell. That soul, they keep looking at us. Let's start with them. So we need a question to find L'Rell.
Ah, more newcomers. This place, oh, it stinks. It's loud and teeming with demons. That said, oh, at least it's warm, unlike Rura Penthe, where I froze to death in a cell. I suppose that is better than filling the belly of a jackal mastiff.
We are looking for L'Rell. Have you seen her?
Huh, can't say I have. Sorry. Well, don't make that face at me. See that man atop the stairs? The one surrounded by she-demons? He's called Kutep. Seems to be a player in here. You might ask him about L'Rell.
All right, let's see what Kutep has to say. So this is it. We have to just keep searching.
It's easy. You she-demons want souls to devour. I can help with that. No, not my soul, you insufferable harpy! Behold, newcomers have arrived, my ladies. Come forth, travelers. Let us get to know one another.
Listen closely, Patak. We seek L'Rell. Have you seen her? Speak now, before I feed you to your charming friends.
You wouldn't. No, wait. You would. I can see it in your eyes. I have not seen this L'Rell. Vort, you need to talk to Vort. If there's anyone who knows about this, it's her. Please don't feed me to the she-demons.
You've been helpful. Thank you.
Fort must be further in. Let us head through these doors and look for them.
Kutep sent you? Impressive. I sent my she-demons down to eat him. The silver-tongued bastard must have talked his way out of their bellies. Never mind that. Why are you bothering me, exactly?
We're looking for L'Rell.
Someone who looks a lot like L'Rell has been seen around. Quiet type. Keeps to herself. That's not an easy thing to do around here. Someone like her could pull it off, I suppose.
Indeed. Where can we find her?
Ask Lothar. I run my little corner of things, and that's all. She's elsewhere. And for that, you need to talk to Lothar. Unless you want to take it up with Feklar, of course. Ha!
So, again, we have to find somebody else to talk to, just leading us all just from person to person. Oh, it's a TOS style, or TOS style Klingon. That's pretty crazy.
Ah, the newcomers with so many questions have made their way to me at last. Allow me to welcome you to the Hall of Treachery. A tragic name, really. We aren't all bad here. Newcomers are quite popular, you know. You've been watched since you set foot past the gates. Can you blame us? We enjoy such amusements whenever we can in Grethel. But enough of that. You have questions, yes? Ask away.
If you've been watching us, you know why we're here. L'Rell. Does she dwell within your domain or not?
Calm yourself, General. Yes, I know who you are. The great and terrible Martok, Butcher of Zenkath 3, the one I doom, and so forth. Your reputation precedes you. All of you.
And the one-eyed doom?
Enough. You still haven't answered his question, Lothar. Tell us where we can find L'Rell, and you'll never see us again.
Well, this is embarrassing. but I'm afraid I lost Laurel in a game of poker. Do you know it? Human game. Quite popular in here. Yes, I lost Laurel to Mordok. If you're interested in her, you'll have to deal with him. I hope you're good at cards.
Okay. Have to go seek another person.
What? Laurel? I don't know her. There must be some sort of mistake.
This doesn't seem like a master gambler to me.
Gambler? No. This is Lothar's work. I'm sorry. I mean, you've been played. We've all been played. And now we're gonna suffer for it. Sorry.
It's an ambush.
I told you on the barge that vengeance would be mine. What I meant was, vengeance would be ours. You're the finally run out, Martok.
Try to die well, Jaula.
I was wondering when they'd make their move. Now I know.
I count 5 of them. Have they added another to their ranks?
I think the 5th arrival is on our side.
Who is it? I can't see. I've got so much craziness going on right now.
Killing you here is almost poetic, traitor!
What happens if you die in Grethel?
To the go!
Oh, another one. Beh. Poklod?
Brethren are all gone.
Hikme Poklod.
Prepare to meet your
There's several Poklods. That's why I was having so much trouble here. Several Poklods. But who showed up that helped us? I didn't see anybody. Apparently this person, who I have no idea.
You have been looking for Laurel.
Oh,
And
it's
now
Laurel.
You have found her.
Laurel showed up.
We need to talk.
That makes sense. Okay, let's talk to Laurel. Looks a bit different than I remember. If I even do remember.
Jaula, sister of Tekuvma. I know your story well. How you rose to power in House Mokai, your conflict with your brother, and your bold crusade against the Federation during the war. Even after my death, I heard tales of your exploits. You have made and ended a great many enemies. Many of them now dwell within these halls. I know why these souls are here. What I do not know is why you are here. It is not your time.
If you have heard of my exploits, you know of my clash with the tyrant Jempak. Once he held the office you brought honor to, but it was not enough to sate his lust for power. Now, he calls himself Emperor, and has shattered the great work of my brother. The empire you led with honor is now divided, on the verge of collapse. I am here because I want to restore you to the realm of the living, to help me save it.
Your brother often spoke of your boldness. I suspect he might have understated it somewhat. What you seek is not impossible, but I question the need for such a thing.
What?
Why seek to restore me from the dead when another former chancellor still breathes? Of what use am I when General Martok, a warrior fit to wield the sword of Kalish, stands at your side?
Kalish. I always hated how they said Kalis. In the new Discovery Klingons, they say Kalish.
It appears you've heard of my exploits as well, Chancellor.
Kalish.
I am honored.
As you should be, General. You have served the Empire with honor. And yet, you are reluctant to reclaim the office you once held. Why else would you be here now? I do not blame you. I know too well of the great burden that office brings, and the terrible sacrifices it often demands. Word travels fast here. Your enemies will be on the move. If you do not return to the realm of the living soon, they will strike. Even the greatest warriors can die here. You should leave, while you are still able to do so.
Join us. Together, we can liberate you from this place and restore you to life, as Kalis once was.
No, I cannot leave this place. It is a matter of honor. Once, I dwelled in Stovokor, among the honored dead. But Vok, my greatest love, was denied entry. He was denied an honorable death, and thus his soul was sent to Grethor. I could not bear that.
I think I remember
So,
who Lorel is now from
I
Discovery.
came here and bargained with Feklar for his release.
Volk was the
In exchange for Vok's freedom, I offered to take his
Klingon that
place.
was made to look human, right?
As you can see, my offer was accepted.
Was really weird storyline, to be honest.
This is why I cannot leave. To do so would dishonor the agreement and condemn us both to eternal suffering in Grethor. You have traveled here in vain, Jaula. I cannot help you.
No, I saw it. The crystal showed me the future, and you are a part of it. If you could strike a bargain with the Master of Grethor, so can I. I will find Feklar and secure your freedom, or die trying.
I have seen such determination before in the eyes of your honored brother. So be it. I will take you to Feklar.
Uh-oh.
There we shall see how strong your resolve truly is.
A deal with Feklar? I hope you know what you're doing.
The stairs beyond those doors lead to Feklar's hall.
Feklar. This ought to be interesting.
Yeah. Are we gonna have to fight him? Well, this will be definitely interesting.
The
Not really
guards do not
sure.
seem to be opposed to our passage.
No.
They aren't here to keep us away from Feklar. They're here to keep us from escaping him.
I just noticed it's an upside down Klingon Defense Force symbol. That's creepy.
You come here with hope in your heart. Abandon it. There is no place for hope here. Here. There is only pain.
I think we are gonna have to fight. Well, let's seek an audience with him first, but I have a feeling...
Jaula of House Mokai, I must offer my gratitude to you. Many fresh souls have arrived here of late, thanks to you and your Imperial nemesis. Because of this, I will hear what you have come so far to say. Come forth, speak. What would you ask of the Lord of Grethor?
Lord Feklar, I come before you to bargain for the soul of Lorel. I would liberate her from these halls.
Ha ha ha! Such impudence! You think you are worthy of commerce with me? My good lady, I am inclined to disagree. Violently.
Fight Feklar. Literally, that's the instructions. Fight Feklar. I knew it.
The ferryman killed many a god by himself. Together, we should be able to finish off Feklar.
Watch out! He's calling in tormented souls to fight us as well!
Enemy combatants in close proximity.
Oh crap, I gotta get out of this patch of craziness. trying to set up all my stuff.
I can see now why my halls are filled with your slain foes. Your souls are not strong enough to withstand the power of Fekla, Lord of Grethor. I am the real death that hides deep within each of your hearts.
Actually, we're doing pretty good damage to him pretty quickly here.
Flanking damage detected.
That really wasn't that difficult.
You have provided me with great sport. I shall hear your bargain. What do you offer in trade for the soul of the realm?
Lord Fekla, I wish to offer my...
Wait! Hold your tongue, Johula.
She was going to offer herself, but here comes Gowron.
Fekla! If it's the soul of a chancellor you want, take mine instead.
Intriguing. I accept, son of the realm. You shall take the realm's place here.
Are you mad, Gowron?
Better to spend eternity with Klingons than to be alone in the void, even in a place like this.
Lord Fekla, this should not be Gowron's fate. I will deliver the soul that belongs here. His treacherous ancestor, Akar.
Unacceptable! Grethor is filled with souls such as Akar's. You'll have to sweeten the deal.
Very well. I shall deliver the souls of Akar and Jempak.
I knew she was going to say Jempak. I knew it. She's going to take Jempak out.
That is more like it. I accept your generous offer. Deliver those souls to me, and Gowron shall be freed as well. And now, I give you leave to go. Be gone.
I knew it. It's going to be Jempak. Alright, so that's going to be a thing. Return with Laurel's soul. Leave Grethor.
You are able to leave if you can, but you won't be able to leave free.
He did say there would be fights.
Will be allowed to take her place in Stormcore.
There would have to be a fight on the way out.
I've dealt with Ferengi that were less treacherous than Fekla.
Flanking damage detected. Flanking damage detected.
Yep, I knew there would be a fight all the way out. Felt like there was going to be. So that makes sense. Look at all the enemies ahead of us. That's what we have to deal with. Come on, guys. Let's get to it. Now they're gonna hang back there.
Be ready. Every soul in Grethor stands between us and the gates.
Let them come. If they want to die again, I'm happy to oblige them.
Yeah.
Be mindful of their numbers and their treachery.
Personal shield losing power. Enemy combatants in close proximity.
Well, okay. This actually is a pretty tough ground combat at the end of it. Feklar wasn't too bad, but these large groups of Klingons here are. They're throwing in some pretty powerful ones. But I probably could have been better prepared. I need to work on some of my powers. This is one of my older characters in the game, so it's not extremely up to date. I thought I had orbital chasing beam, that's why I was using it. But I don't even have orbital chasing beam, so yeah, this is one of my older characters, and the power base is kind of derived from those older powers that the game had, not the newer stuff, so it's a little bit behind. I'll have to go through and update her ground abilities later. So I need to update both her space abilities and her ground abilities, apparently.
Quickly! Open the front gates! Kortar is waiting for us on the barge.
That's not the only thing waiting for us on the other side. Get ready to fight!
Flanking damage detected. Personal shield losing power.
Uh-oh, I'm dead. Yeah, I actually thought I was ready for this battle, but I guess I'm not ready for this battle. What do you know?
Enemy targets on sensors.
Congratulations, General.
Hey, I did a level up.
Enemy combatants in close proximity.
There we go. Juula is just standing in fire. She's done. She has left the chat. Alright, let's head out. I'm guessing there's going to be a big battle out here too, huh?
There's the barge. Hurry!
Oh, of course, they have fire-breathing tards.
Kortar, prepare to weigh anchor. We are leaving in a hurry.
Personal shield losing power.
If I can even get there, holy crap. I'm going to die right now. I'm dead. Holy crap, that chain thing is just crazy. I want one of them. Yeah, that was a pretty tough ground battle. But fun. A lot of fun. I'm on board. Let's go. I'm here. Let's wake up. Do we have Laurel's soul? Did it work? About to find out.
Welcome back to the world of the living, and not a moment too soon. A few minutes ago, sensors detected energy signatures over Boreth. Fekiri portals. They're sending vessels through as we speak.
They must be here for Laurel.
Has her soul been liberated? Was your mission a success?
I'm
She
not
was
certain.
right beside us, fighting the whole way. Did she make it to the barge?
She did. I made sure of it. Check her vitals. Give me a medical update now!
Yes, please. Like, someone check on this. It's the whole reason we went down there. Yes, no, maybe. Did it work? Hello? Oh, where'd you come from?
It is done. She is restored.
It worked.
Reborn.
So we cloned her and
Welcome home.
took her soul from Grethor. Wow. What a journey. What a thing.
Her life signs are strong. Reading brain activity. Yes! You did it! Laurel has returned safe and sound.
All right.
Kapla!
That's great, but we still have Fikiri to deal with.
Right. 3 portals in total. Fakiri vessels are emerging from them as we speak. They're holding position for now, but we are heavily outnumbered.
What are they up to?
Laurel's presence may be a coincidence. Since their return to our space, the Fakiri have made numerous assaults on Bareth. Until now, those attacks were repelled by the KDF.
And now?
And now, with the Empire in a state of disarray, the defense presence here is minimal. The Fakiri saw weakness, and they seized the initiative. This time, they may succeed where they have failed so many times before.
All right, we will do what we can to defend Boreth.
Indeed. If the Fakiri want to fight, they came to the right place. I will fight to the end if I must, for today
is a good
day to die.
Of course.
Well said, Martok. I stand ready for battle as well. It will be an honor to defend this sacred place at your side.
You risked all to restore me to life. Honor demands that I fight alongside you, and I do so gladly.
So be it. We will make our stand here. Let it be known that we never forgot what it means to be Klingon. I will need to go with one of you, however. After the loss of the Lucara, I have no vessel to command in battle.
I believe I can be of assistance there, Lady Jaula. The monks of Boreth are not entirely without resources, after all.
Is that so?
Yes, but we will need some time to prepare.
They got a new ship, huh?
We can to hold the line until then. Lady Jaula, Mother, please come with me.
Let's get back to our ships and buy them the time they need. So, is Jula getting a new ship? Be interested to see what that is. So it looks like we got some space battles now. Take out the Fakiri in space. Protect Borath. Boreth. One of those. Leviosa. One of those. Potato, tomato. All right.
Fakiri's portal count
Fakiri
remains
portals.
at 3. Reading multiple enemy vessels in the system, we're outnumbered at least 3 to 1.
Well, acknowledgements, recommendations.
Our first priority should be closing those portals. Until they're gone, our Fakiri problem could continue to grow.
Adepta, what can you tell me about the portals?
I'm reading heavy fluctuations in their graviton fields. At the moment, they appear to be unstable, but they could stabilize over time. Until then, it is a weakness we can exploit.
Explain.
Weapons fire, especially torpedoes, will eventually destabilize a portal's integrity to the point of collapse. Firing a heavy barrage at each portal should do the trick nicely.
So basically, shoot it with weapons. Understood. Collapse the portals and deal with the vessels.
We need to punch through the ships guarding the portals before reinforcements arrive.
I got a cloaking device. Would that help?
The portals. Take them out as soon as you can.
Well, I got a cloaking device, so doesn't that help? Can't I just fly over the enemy and target the portal and then just hit it with my high-yield torpedo?
Warning, ship is under attack.
The portal is destabilizing.
Apparently I can.
It's collapsed!
So why don't I just
There's
keep
more to be
doing
done.
that?
Close the others quickly.
Yeah, that's not too difficult.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Ah! Back to Grethor with you, demon!
Don't open the blood wine yet. More Fakiri vessels are coming in from the last portal.
Well, what can I do? I can cloak. I can't cloak. I'm under red alert. I can wait, and then I can cloak. And they can't see me anyway right now, so I just get ready. Hit my, that wasn't my high yield, that's my cannons. Get my high yield torpedo, hit that, and fire.
That's the last portal.
That's pretty simple.
Kapla!
I don't know what was so difficult about that.
Let's deal with the Fakiri stragglers.
Yeah, what was so hard about that?
Wait.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Much larger than
Target's
the others.
shields have
So
failed.
they're not finished with us yet, eh? Make ready for battle.
Okay, there was
Jonah,
another
if you're
portal.
going to do something, now's the time. The Fakiri dreadnought is an impressive beast. I will enjoy killing it.
Oh, it's a dreadnought. Holy crap.
I don't think reinforcements are coming. It may be time to consider.
Do not finish that sentence. We are Klingons. We will fight to the end.
4 shields failing. Target's
Yes.
shields have failed. Left shield
Boris
failing.
shall not fall
Rear
today.
shields failing.
Fight now.
I'm taking this thing out. I am taking it out.
For the Empire.
Well, I thought I was going to take it out.
This is the IKS Katinga, calling all Klingon forces. I am Lorel of House Kuvma. Join me. Fight now for the Empire. Kapla!
Katinga. Katinga class. Oh.
Right shields failing. Hull integrity below
Ouch.
50%.
Gonna die?
Hull integrity below 75%.
There we go. We got the
Shields have
dreadnought.
failed.
We got the
Rear
dreadnought.
shields failing. Left shields failing. 4 shields failing.
I'm picking up a ship entering the system of
Target's
high
shields
warp.
have failed.
My differences you can wager. I will not let Boris fall.
I can't move. I keep getting hit with these like
Hull integrity
immobile
below
things.
25%.
Crap.
Reading another ship entering the system. It's one of ours.
Target's shields have failed.
Death to the Fakiri! Send them screaming back to Grethor!
Another inbound KDF vessel. We can win this!
Target's shields have failed.
Yeah, we're pretty close to winning it.
Nearest Fakiri vessel and destroy it. Kapla!
Well, we did all that. Yay.
Victory is ours. Together, we have protected Boreth from our enemies and returned she who was called Mother to the Empire.
Kapla.
Truly a glorious battle, my lady. The Fakiri will think twice before launching an attack here anytime soon.
Even so, things got too close for my liking. For a time, it seemed like there were more Fakiri in space than stars. Thankfully, the monks had that well-preserved surprise up their sleeves. Just where did you find that relic, Tanavik?
Right. It's I thought it was an old class of a Klingon ship.
We have kept it here since my mother's time. Once it served as her flagship. We preserved it as a reminder of a Klingon golden age. We knew one day it would be needed again, and it seems that time has come at last.
From what I saw here today, it will serve the Empire well.
Indeed. Though I yearn to command the Katinga once more, it has been far too long since I have done so. Space warfare has changed considerably since my time. Until I have reacclimated myself to this era, I can think of no better warrior to command this vessel than Lady Juula of House Mokai.
Of course, Juula's going to get it.
Lead this vessel and her crew to glory.
You honor me, Laurel. Computer, note the transfer of command in the record of battle. For many, the Lucara was a symbol of division. May the Katinga serve as a symbol of unity, as my brother's vessel once did. Let the honored few who came to Borith's aid go now to every corner of the Empire. Tell everyone you meet what happened here today. Tell them that you were at Borith when Laurel returned. Tell them how we all fought and sent the Fakiri back to Grethor. There is much to be done. We have an empire to restore and a tyrant to depose. But now is not the time for such things. Now is the time to honor our great victories. Tonight, we celebrate, for tomorrow we may die. Kapla!
Kapla. And leave system. Interested to see what the rewards for this mission are going to be. I liked the fire targs, and I liked that chain whipping thing. Hope we get one of those. That would be cool. Let's turn this in.
Now that Laurel has been restored, she will be able to counsel Lady Juula on a great many things. Though I have great respect for Juula, there are always lessons to be learned as a leader in the Klingon Empire. And, in such matters, there is no better teacher than Laurel. Yes, with Laurel at her side, I believe Lady Juula can lead our house to victory over Jempok and restore our shattered empire to glory. That battle lies ahead of us, however. When the time comes, be ready to answer the call to arms.
Okay, and it looks like we get none of those. We've got a tactical Fek'Liri Torment engine, a nanopulse plasma torpedo launcher, and a field stabilizing warp core. That's just a regular field stabilizing warp core. These are the interesting things. What is this? This is a tactical console. So it's not like an engine, it's a console. But you get 26.2% increased non-hazard damage over time, 26.2% increased fire, radiation, plasma, and physical damage. Dealing non-hazard damage over time. Damage has a 10% chance to trigger 137 fire damage per second. That's interesting. I'll have to read up on that more. Maybe that works better with one of the Fakiri ships and their abilities. And then we have a nanopulse plasma torpedo. This is an interesting kind of torpedo. A nanopulse plasma torpedo. So it's, I'm guessing it uses plasma energy damage. No, it says kinetic damage here. Kinetic damage. No, it does plasma as well. Okay, 1921 kinetic damage. 1933 plasma damage. 1550 plasma damage plus 20% accuracy. So, if you have a plasma build, this would be a good torpedo to use. It will use plasma damage plus add some kinetic damage in there. I don't think it fits my build because I'm not using plasma. I'm using anti-proton, and I actually have an anti-proton torpedo. I have the crystalline energy torpedo, which is an anti-proton torpedo, and that's what I have on this build. So none of these things will help me right now. Torpedo definitely won't help me, but I'm going to take the Fakiri console and I'll look at it. Might be good for a Fakiri build down the road. but I'll keep that for now. Interesting. Okay. Well, let's zoom on back to Kronos, and I will review this mission here. And we'll talk about it. The first thing I'll say is I enjoyed this mission, Leap of Faith, a lot more than I did the last one. Knowledge is power. I enjoyed this one, Leap of Faith, a lot better. I just did. I enjoyed this one better. Now, I know I rant about this a lot. I still felt there was too much dialogue. I mean, this mission was basically me just listening to the dialogue. I couldn't even react to anything. It was just dialogue after dialogue and too much dialogue. There was, again, dialogue that just didn't need to be there. It was like when we were trying to get off the barge and get inside Grethor, I kept getting hounded with dialogue that just didn't need to be there. Like, and now let's go into Grethor, and yes, and now this, and then this, and then this. And it didn't need all that. You know, just get in there to Grethor and get this over with. So, a little bit too much dialogue at times. And if you have to sit down and listen to it, it does eat up quite a bit of mission time, you know, playing the mission. The voice acting was good, and I liked it. It's just too much dialogue. So let's get past that now. I enjoyed the combat. The combat with Fakir himself was not too difficult. I was hoping that would be a little more challenging. I guess if I upped my difficulty level, maybe that would be more challenging. But coming out of his chambers and having to have the big swarm of Fakiri and all that to fight afterwards. Getting out of Grethor, that was really tough. I mean, I died a few times. So that was definitely a challenge, and I enjoyed that. I imagine putting that on a more advanced difficulty level would be pretty challenging because you're swarmed by a lot at once. So I did enjoy that. I was probably a bit underprepared for that myself. Also, the space battle at the end was pretty tough. That was a pretty good space battle. It's what I like to see in a space battle. And I kind of focused on taking out the Dreadnought first. So, I mean, you got two different kind of tactics here. You could take out all the supporting ships first, or you could take out the Dreadnought. I focused on the Dreadnought first, then the supporting ships. Probably should do it the other way around. But one thing I did do first was take out all the portals, and that was not difficult. That was pretty simple. And then, let's see, I noticed that they kept throwing new ships at you coming in to help save you. So they expected that you would have a pretty hard fight at the end and need reinforcements. And so if you did not have a powerful ship, having those reinforcements would definitely help. Now, as for the storyline, I thought it was pretty good. We met Gowron. Martok came with us. We got Laurel's soul back. This was the mission I was thinking it would pretty much be after the last one, where we would have to go search for Laurel's soul. And then they'll make the last stand with Jempok its own mission. I imagine that will be pretty long as well. So we probably have at least one more mission to finish out the Klingon Civil War storyline, and that will be when we actually face and take out Jempok, and that's the goal now. We know we have to take Jempok out and deliver his soul to Feklar. So that's probably going to be its own mission we have to look forward to in the future. That will be interesting, and maybe that will wrap up the whole Jaula storyline. And I'll save my final thoughts about the Jaula storyline and the Klingon Civil War story arc itself when it comes to the end of it. So stay tuned for that when we get to the last mission of that, and wrap it up. I'll give you my total thoughts there, but spoilers, I'm not too hot on the Discovery storyline stuff. Discovery, except for this last season of Discovery is not one of my favorite Star Trek series, especially the first season and second season. First season was the worst. Second season was bad. I think this last season was probably my most favorite of it. But I definitely did not like the Klingon stuff in the first season. That's just how I feel about it. I'm not on board with it. Sorry. So I definitely need to work on my character here. Like I said, this character is an older character I've had in the game, and I have not updated her with, modern powers that have come out in the game for space and ground. So that is something I probably need to work on with her. However, she's got some unique things. I've got this really cool crystalline entity kind of build going on with her. Maybe I'll do a video about it sometime. But I've got like the crystalline energy torpedo, anti-proton matter conversion stuff. I have the crystalline absorption matrix. So it's kind of an anti-proton / crystalline entity build, or the closest you can come to that anyway, using most crystalline entity abilities I can. You know what would be really cool is if they released a deflector, impulse, and shield set that was based on the crystalline entities abilities and stuff, like that technology from that creature. That would be really cool to have like a starship set based around the crystalline entity and the abilities and things it can do. Wouldn't that be cool? I would like to see that in the game, actually. But anyway, I've kind of made a build as close as I can to having crystalline entity kind of powers. I never thought I would go in that direction with this character, but that's what I got now, so that's what I've been using. Works pretty good, honestly. And I did upgrade to this new ship recently. This is the Kurok Battle Cruiser Tier 6. And that's why all my powers and stuff were messed up. So I need to get my bridge station powers all fixed and everything. But anyway, like I got a tractor beam. Why do I have a tractor beam on an engineering character? I don't know. I don't even use the tractor beam on this thing. I don't even have an icon for it on here. So why do I have that ability? Yeah, I need to work on the powers here on this character. Spend some time on her one day and do that. Anyway, that is Leap of Faith. I hope you all enjoyed my playthrough of that. Please, if you like what you see in this video, consider subscribing and leaving a like on the video. Would appreciate that for sure. Let me know in the comments what you think of this mission. And thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for the next one.